Hello everyone, this is NintendoLuigiMario signing in with my first Let's Play for this collaborative channel, the Unknown LPers. This is going to be one of my favorite games in the Kirby series. That's right, I'm doing Kirby Squeak Squad for the Nintendo DS. There's not going to be a lot of talk about where I am in the actual game, because this is a post-commentary. Now, here's some general trivias about this game. Kirby Squeak Squad is a game that was developed in 2006 by Flagship and Hulkin Laboratories, and produced and released by Nintendo. And also in the PAL regions, which is going to be just mainly Europe, the game is titled Kirby the Mouse Attack, which is honestly intriguing to me why they had to give it a completely different title in a different coding region than the NTSC, which is North America. There is one thing I found out about this game that really intrigued me is that there is an unused ability in the game's coding called block. I'm not sure exactly how it works, but from what I've heard about it, it was apparently supposed to be used in the final boss of the game, but they didn't really think it turned out that great. I'm not sure. But anyway, this game gets mixed reviews and mainly gets criticized for its lack of originality in the title when compared to its previous series release, Canvas Curse. They think that there's too much alliteration going on there. And some good reviews that came from it is that it has more to it than most games in the Kirby series. Most of the Kirby series games are pretty short, and just in general, when you get to the end of the game, you're so sad that it's over, but you're less sad that it's over at the end of Kirby Squeak Squad because you got a lot out of it. This game also does get criticized for unnecessary use of the touchscreen. Now, I guess they're just talking about how you can store and mix copy abilities and health restoring items, but honestly, this is an invalid complaint when you compare this DS game to other DS games that rely completely on the touchscreen, like Left Hand, Right Hand, or The Legend of Zelda: Phantom Hourglass. Games that use it unnecessarily too much. I plan on doing a blind run of The Legend of Zelda: Phantom Hourglass, and I'm going to be honest, I did do a little bit on the beginning island in that game, and I really am disappointed that you don't get to use the DS buttons for anything. But yes, I think this game has almost the perfect balance between button usage and the touchscreen usage. It sold 1 million copies worldwide, over 1 million of those being in Japan, and then most of the rest of the 0.7 being in the United States. The last main trivia that I have for this game is that most abilities in this game have more than one use. Like, you know how in Kirby's Adventure, or in most of those original games, in most of the Kirby games, you get a copy ability and you can only do one thing with it, really. For example, in Kirby 64, the fire ability really only gives you the ability to just do I'm not sure what it's called, but the fire dash. Anyway, many copy abilities in this game give you multiple abilities. I mean, for fire, you get to do that fire dash, and you also get to breathe fire. For ice, I think there is more than one use for it, but I'm not sure. And for spark, I know there are multiple abilities for it, but I'm really confused as to how exactly it works. Now, some of the single ability copy abilities range from the sleep ability, which really doesn't give you any abilities. It's literally Kirby sleeping. It does have a funny flavor text. It says, "Do not disturb, I need my beauty rest," when you pause the game, if he's sleeping. And the triple star copy ability, this is not really a copy ability as much as it is just something they give you in the last level of the game to help with the final boss. And I'm gonna be honest, without it, I don't know how I would have beat him. Although I could imagine that there are other ways besides using the triple star. The final boss is the result of just a lot of... And this is another complaint that I have about the game, is that there's a lot of sudden plot twists in the last, in the home stretch of the game. Just too many sudden things. It's like, oh, Meta Knight appears, and then it's like, oh, the dark matter. It's just too many sudden things happening at once. But it makes for an epic final boss, and it makes for a great game. And with this review and fact sheet completed, let me get on to the real commentary, and let me tell you that I recommend this game for just about anyone who's looking for a good adventure game that isn't too long. This game offers, a lot. But actually, I'm going to extend my review a little bit more. There are other complaints, like for the music in this game. Some people complain that this game doesn't utilize the DS's full ability with the music. It has 8-bit type music, but I honestly think that keeps true to the Kirby series itself, which is still mainly rooted in those 8-bit games that had the chiptune feel to them, like some of the Kirby Squeak Squad songs do. Alright, now that my review is out of the way, I'm actually going to talk about stuff. So, as some of you may know, how I'm recording sound right now is with a video camera that I upload videos to onto my computer, and then I strip the video codec and turn the audio into MP3 files. I have bought a microphone today, but I am having some issues with it. About a microphone headset today, I'm having some issues with it. Windows 7 Realtek HD audio thing does not recognize the mic when it is plugged in. I have scavenged the internet for solutions, and what I've gathered so far is that it is a sound card thing, that I don't have the driver updated to its fullest. And sound cards have their own science, which I do not understand a single word of. I'm going to stop by at Best Buy tomorrow, where I had the mic headset bought for me as a late Christmas gift. I'm going to have a Geek Squad agent explain to me what exactly is wrong, because finding out for myself it's not gonna help. I'm better at learning by example than learning from a web page. But I will eventually, someday, have commentary without back crap. You know, a noise canceling recording device eventually. And I can't wait for that moment to happen, because honestly, there is too much background noise is picked up, and I don't even hear background noise sometimes when I'm recording, and still background static comes up. I think it's just my fault for getting a $50 camera, but I've looked at reviews for this headset that I have, and I've looked at video reviews for it specifically, and people who actually use it while they're recording, while they're doing screen capture on their computer, and it sounds great. I can't wait to actually figure out how to use it. It's just, I'm gonna learn by example. You know, dang. One thing I have noticed is that it's really difficult to do post commentaries, especially when you're new at doing it, because I tried doing live commentary, but the way my living room is set up is that there is a desktop computer pretty much right in the middle of the living room, and people like watching their TV, and they find my commentary to be a nuisance. So I'm in my room right now recording a post commentary because I find them as a nuisance more so, because they just can't keep their mouths shut. Oh my god. You know, it's like I'm trying to record an episode of a video, an episode of a Let's Play, and then in the background I hear conversation about which college has a better football team or has a better sports tradition. I don't want that in my videos. I'm not the kind of person to just tell 3 other people to be quiet for 15 minutes and not make a sound. You know, especially when I'm the youngest person in the house. I'm not that commanding of a person. So, to record Let's Plays, I kind of wait until I know people are going to be quiet, or when people are off doing their other things doing their own things outside of the living room. So then I won't have a lot of background crap. And on that note, guys, I'm coming close to the end of my time here. So I'm just going to say it now. If you like this part, make sure you comment, rate, and subscribe to the Unknown LPers. If you love this part, make sure you also comment and rate, but also subscribe to me, NintendoLuigiMario. There's a link to my channel on the Unknown LPers channel. I'm also going to leave a link in the description of this video. So please, subscribe to me and them if you love this video. You could just subscribe to them if you like the video. This is NintendoLuigiMario signing out, and I will have more Kirby Squeak Squad on the way in a few days.